and welcome to my 5th video in my series AngularJS component-based design. In this video, we're going to set up our application to lazy load components when a URL is called. This code will be based on the code that we've done in the last 4 videos, so if at any point you get confused about what we're doing, you should probably go back and watch those videos and follow along. Or if you just want to work with the code that we currently have, then you can download it at the link provided below. So let's jump back into the code. We're going to open up our About component, and we are going to change the default export to include a new module named about.module, and in this module we are going to reference the About component. Next we will switch over to our main.module and we will remove the reference to the About component. With this reference removed, Webpack will no longer include the About component in the compilation process. We are now ready to lazy load our About module when the About URL is called. So let's go down and make changes to our About state and add the lazy load function. What this function does is use dynamic imports to import our About component when the About URL is called. Once the component has been loaded on the client, it will look for the About module that we exported from that component and load that module into our application. The last thing we need to do is swap over to our webpack.config file, and we are going to paste in a bit of code here that will tell Webpack to enable the split chunks plugin, which will split the separate parts of our application up into their own modules and own files. After building your project, you'll notice that your dist folder is different. All of your npm dependencies and your about.js file are now separated. Now let's open up a command prompt and build our project. And once that's completed, we're going to start our web server. And I'm going to open up our developer tools so that we can see some of the network calls that are taking place. And I'll refresh our application here. And you'll notice on this page we do not see our about.js file. But when we navigate to our About route, we see the About page displayed right there. Now let's add a link to our HTML. This link will tell UI Router to navigate to the About state using the UI_sref property. If we swap back to the terminal, we can see that Webpack has already recompiled our application. Inside of our web app, we can see that our changes have been applied and that our link is now available. And if we click on this link, we can see that our about.js file is lazily loaded.